If you're dreaming about buying a home, Donald Trump just dropped a bombshell. President Trump announced he's banning big institutional investors from snapping up single family homes. Will property values drop? Or could it be a total dud? I'm Ty Wilde, your go to housing market insider. Using the newest data, I'm going to break down how this change will affect your ability to purchase a home in 2026. No fluff, just the facts that you need to time your move perfectly. And props to GoBC for their X post and the charts I'll use in this post. Now, because I love you, at the end of this video, I'll share two incredible ways I'm helping my clients get super low mortgage rates today. Okay, let's get to it. Back in 2020, when the world flipped upside down, investors were already eyeing homes like they were Black Friday deals. They nabbed about 14% of the available homes. Fast forward to today, and that number has doubled to 27%. Why? Because prices have skyrocketed, leaving regular people like us squeezed out. And get this, it pushed the average age to a whopping 40 years old for first-time home buyers. Yeah, you heard that right. That's up from the age of 33 just a few years ago. And way back in 1981, it was a breezy 29 years old. So you're basically waiting over a decade longer than your parents did to enjoy all the incredible benefits of home ownership. But before you get too excited about Trump's announcements, let's take a deeper look at the impact of these Wall Street whales gobbling up not only single-family homes, but often entire neighborhoods. Large corporate investors only make up about 20% of all investor purchases. Crunch the numbers, and that's a slim 3% of the total US housing market. Not nothing, but hardly the villain they've been made out to be. During the pandemic low rate frenzy, it peaked at 4.8%. But at this point, those deals are locked in. Unfortunately, we can't hit the rewind button on those corporate purchases. So will Trump's ban on institutional investors crash prices and hand you the keys to a brand new home on a silver platter? Well, probably not as much as the headlines scream. See, demand is the wrong boogeyman here. Home sales are scraping a 40-year low. Only 4.7% of all occupied houses are even available for sale. And I should mention that some areas of the country saw an unusual high number of corporate investors. Trump's changes could have a large impact on places like Atlanta, Jacksonville, Charlotte, and Tampa. But it's important to note that while these large corporations won't be able to purchase more homes, they've likely pushed home values higher, making homes less affordable in these areas. Yanking institutional investors, only 3% of today's buyers, is like removing a single raindrop from a drought. And even if we booted every single investor out, you'd still have over 70% of demand coming from everyday people like us. So what's the real problem? It's supply, or maybe more appropriately, the lack of supply. Milli Vanilli would say blame it on the rain. The real blame is on existing homeowners who find themselves in the infamous golden handcuffs. They're sitting pretty with an average mortgage rate of 4.2%. That's still a full 200 basis points below today's 6.2% on a 30-year fixed rate, the widest gap ever. Well, I guess the gap was wider last year when rates hit 7%. Either way, it's still not helping those who would like to buy a home today. But you can't blame homeowners. Would you want to trade your super low rate for something 2%, or in some cases, even more than 3% higher? It's like giving up your first class seat on a flight to sit in the back of the plane next to the bathrooms. No thanks. And for the first time since 2005, you'll pay more for a used house than a shiny new construction home. Old properties are priced higher because existing homeowners aren't budging. When we dig deeper, you'll see that the true gold in these older homes isn't the fancy upgrades. It's those pandemic-era mortgage rates, some as low as 2.5%.
Damn!
About 80% of borrowers have rates below 6%, with 73% chilling below 5%. That's what's keeping the available inventory so low. To bust the market wide open, we need rates to dip and for builders to crank out more supply. Looking at 2026, Trump's policy changes won't cause home prices to crash, but it should help stabilize property values nationwide. Okay, let's dive into the pros and cons for those of you who are ready to buy a home. But just real quick, if you find this helpful, please give me a thumbs up. I put loads of time and energy into these videos, and I really appreciate it. To stay up to date, please hit subscribe and ring the bell. Thanks. Okay, here are the pros to saying bye-bye to corporate investors. Obviously, you'll have less competition, and particularly deep-pocketed funds. This could ease bidding wars, especially in hot markets, in turn, increasing your chances of getting a better deal. Not only that, but you'll likely also have a better selection of homes to choose from. Plus, it signals that Washington feels our pain, and it could spark policies that lower the cost of construction or encourages builders in other ways to construct more houses. We definitely need mortgage rates to come down, but a significant increase in inventory is likely the only way we're getting out of this mess. The cons? With a significant nationwide supply shortage, things won't change overnight. Prices might flatline or even nudge up if rates stay stubborn, and that will keep seller hesitation alive. And affordability? We're in crisis mode. Home prices to income ratios just smashed 4.5 times, the worst since 1950. Homeownership is straight up elite status only in these market conditions. Now, I know that a lot of this is discouraging, but there is more good news. For one, in the last few months, the income to home price ratio has started to improve. There are also tax cuts on the horizon and more. Bottom line, if you're hoping to buy a house in the next 12 months, you'll want to watch rates like a hawk. I recommend reaching out to a local lender to get pre-qualified. They may have tips to improve your credit score and they'll know instantly when rates hit your sweet spot. This will keep you ahead of the curve, allowing you to buy a house as soon as you qualify. As rates drop, more buyers will enter the market. Being able to act quickly can make a huge difference when so many people have been sidelined. If you're in Utah, reach out to me for a list of trusted lenders. Okay, so you're probably wondering how I'm getting my clients these crazy low mortgage rates today. Well, I have two incredible options. Number one, home builders often have a supply of quick move-in homes. As these houses near completion, builders grow anxious or in some cases, even desperate to move their standing inventory. They often slash prices or offer crazy incentives. I've recently helped multiple clients get mortgage rates below 4%. If you're in Utah, I've helped over 700 individuals purchase new construction homes, and I know the best builders, as well as the ones you should probably avoid, and I know which builders are offering the best prices and incentives right now. Feel free to call or text me anytime. Number two, did you know that you can buy a home without even talking to a bank? Some sellers are willing to carry the mortgage for you. It's called seller financing and has loads of incredible benefits. You may get an interest rate far below what the bank is offering, pay a fraction of the closing cost, have a super low down payment, and the list goes on. To learn more about seller financing, check out my recent video. If you're ready to buy or sell a home, hit the subscribe button for market updates, home buying hacks, and more. I'm Ty Wilde, your Utah realtor, and I get contacted all the time. Please feel free to call or text me with your questions. If you know someone's looking to buy a home, you can easily text this video to them. Thanks for watching.